Alright, I'm just getting in character here because this is a professional review of a movie that we saw tonight. I don't know why I'm doing a British accent, but Transformers Rise of the Beast was really, really good. I think it's probably the best Transformers we've ever gotten, especially when you compare them to Michael Bay's ones. Because, like, I don't know if you grew up on all of them, but, like, I grew up with the Transformers films. I remember seeing 3, 4, 5, and Bumblebee in theaters when they were released. And I remember just watching the first 2 a lot on DVD. So, yeah, looking back on those movies, they're, like, not good.
Yeah, they've got they have their moments, but overall, yeah.
And, like, I mean, I remember liking Bumblebee when it came out, but, like, that was, like, 5 years ago. No, wait, that was 4 years ago. So, like, I mean, I might have to rewatch it at some point. I don't know. But as of right now, Rise of the Beast, yeah, it's definitely the best Transformers movie. Well, actually, hold on. I just forgot something.
What?
I think this is actually the second best Transformers movie we've gotten. Because all this time, I left out the 1986 Transformers movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the one where, like, the one where they just killed so many of the Autobots and traumatized children. That was such a great movie. But, like, honestly, like, I think this is just the second best one we've gotten because it feels like a Transformers movie. It feels like the stakes are really high. It has characters we give a shit about. And it's just got some really amazing action scenes. And it just feels like the Generation 1 Transformers that we all know.
Yeah. It's like they're able to kind of get, like, the same kind of vibe as the Michael Bay action scenes. Because, you know, Michael Bay might not be very good at, like, actually making movies, but he is pretty good at action. I think, like, him kind of just not actually directing the movie and kind of just being a producer, that kind of helped out because the action scenes were good and the story was also good. So that was kind of like a fresh thing for the movie. And I thought, too, like, the mix of the human characters and the Autobots and stuff, like, there was a good mix between them. Like, there wasn't too much humans. It was like you said, Luke, like, it's a great Transformers movie, I think. So
yeah. And every time, like, I always look back on the song from Team America, and it's just, why does Michael Bay keep making movies? Pearl Harbor sucks. So, let's see. Let's talk about, the characters and the acting in the film. I think Noah and... Oh, what was her name? Eileen?
I forgot her name.
I don't have my other phone with me, so I can't go on Letterboxd or anything. Do you have your phone?
Yeah, I can look at it.
All right. I'll start with Noah. Noah, I think he's a really great character, and I love his parallel with Optimus in this film, and how they're both trying to protect their families.
Oh, it was Elena.
Elena.
Yeah.
And Anthony Ramos was just amazing in this. Like, he's come such a long way. Like, being in Lin-Manuel musicals like 21 Jump Street and Hamilton to now being in a Transformers movie. I think that's just really cool. And I think he's going to be doing really well since he's going to be in Twisters and DreamWorks' live-action film Distant. So, I can see a great future for Ramos. Good on you, buddy. Let's see. Alright. Dominic
Fishback.
Dominic Fishback as Elena was also really great. I love how in the start of the film she's like really trying to prove something, and eventually she does whenever she discovers the key in the statue. Oh, spoilers! I always forget. I always forget to do spoilers. I'm so sorry. Oh wait, I already explained it in the Boogeyman review how every new film will have spoilers. So, but if you didn't see that review,
Okay, you've been warned now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize. Anyways, But yeah, the human characters were really great, especially the little kid.
Chris.
Yeah, like their chemistry is also like really strong in this film.
Yeah, I think the character arcs for like Noah and how like it kind of like paralleled Optimus. Like I think that was kind of a good thing where it was like both of them at the end kind of came together and realized like, okay, we're fighting for the same thing. Like that whole kind of character arc thing I think was really good.
Yeah. And I think that's a great segue into the Autobots, Decepticons, the Maximals, and the Terracons. We're going to start with the ones we're familiar with. So let's start with the Autobots. Optimus, I think he was handled very well in this. Like, you know, I honestly think he was handled really well in a lot of the movies. You know what?
Just go to it a little bit.
Yeah. You know what? Let's take this outside. I'm gonna pause the review and I'm gonna edit it in iMovie. So let's jump cut right now. And we're here. We are here at this light.
Got the seamless transition right here. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, back to what you're saying.
All right. So Optimus was handled really great in this film, and I think to a greater extent he's handled pretty well in most of the movies. And that's in large thanks to Peter Cullen. He's been here since like the very start of Transformers, like voicing Optimus all the way back in Generation 1 and just continuing on. Like the fact that we're still getting that this man is just like voicing Optimus and like he's just like so dedicated and yeah, he just really brings this character to life that I don't think a whole lot of other Optimus actors could.
Same, he just keeps on knocking out the park like it's crazy. Like at almost 80 now, so like it's like a testament to how talented and like iconic he is and stuff.
I think that's the brilliantness of voice actors, how they're just so dedicated to like even when they're at their oldest age, they can still kick ass.
Yeah.
Like we see it with Peter Cullen, Frank Welker, and just like a whole bunch of people that I'm currently forgetting, but they're still giving us these amazing and memorable performances. And Peter Cullen in Rise of the Beast, no different.
Yeah.
Bumblebee, I honestly thought Bumblebee, he was really good in this. Like, I loved how in this new trilogy that they're establishing, they kept his vehicle from the first film. I thought that was like really cool, and I hope to find a car like that someday. But overall, I kind of think B's the weakest one of them all because, all right, I'll get my only gripe with the film out of the way, and I think it's that they go a little bit too much on the reference humor. Like B, he's just like constantly quoting movies. Some of them work, but I do think you could probably cut a couple out of them. Like,
yeah, there's some that are just kind of like, the first few are kind of okay, and then after he does it like 10 times, it's like, okay, it's getting kind of old.
Especially with the Few Good Men and Optimus saying, "I'm not letting you go to the drive-in theater." I thought that was like kind of funny, but like probably could have picked a better one.
Yeah.
But overall, that's my only gripe I can think of Rise of the Beast. Anyways, yeah, Bumblebee was handled really good in this, and yeah, RC and Mirage were also. Sorry, that was a bug. They were also handled surprisingly well in this, and I say surprisingly. Sorry, it's the M&Ms and Sprites. And I say surprisingly because they're voiced by Liza Koshy and Pete Davidson. And I was a bit skeptical because, like, do we really need, like, internet celebrities or anything just, like, voicing these iconic characters that we're so familiar with? But they actually did a really good job with it.
You didn't really even notice it was them, really, like...
I mean, I knew, like, Pete Davidson was going to be Mirage, but, like, I wasn't expecting Liza to be RC. I thought she was going to be, like, a one of the supporting like Maximals.
Yeah, but they seemed like they were kind of the characters, like they portrayed them pretty well, so it didn't like take you out of the experience or anything. So
Yeah.
they actually did a pretty good job.
The Maximals are another great highlight of this. I haven't watched the Beast Wars show, but I guess I don't need to, because like I already understand the Maximals very well thanks to this film. And Optimus Primal is probably my favorite Maximal, and I think a part of that is Peter Dinklage's fantastic performance. Like, I love how this character like trusts the humans, which is in contrast to Optimus about like for like the first two acts.
Yeah.
Like, over time you get to see Optimus accept more of the humans. And I forgot to mention, but I do love that reference to Bumblebee, and like the reference to Bumblebee and how like Bumblebee trusted one human. So like that was a nice piece of continuity. But like Optimus Primal, I love how in peace and connected he is with the people in
I think it was Peru.
yeah, Peru, which also just looks so incredible. Like, hope to visit that sometime. But yeah, I think Optimus Primal was a great character in this film. I also forgot the Hawk character's name, but I believe Michelle Yeoh does a fantastic job portraying her. I mean, it's Michelle Yeoh. She was in Everything Everywhere, a whole bunch of Japanese or Chinese martial arts films. She's unstoppable. That's that.
Yeah.
The other Maximals were handled really well, but the Terracons were also handled really well too.
Yeah,
Hold on, I gotta adjust this. And I think the Terracons also have the best vehicles out of this.
Yeah, they do have the coolest vehicles.
Yeah. I also want to bring up something. I saw, like, in a featurette thing.
This is moth.
Oh, yeah. It's the light. And I could feel some water droplets. So, I saw that there was, like, a scene where Optimus's vehicle was, like, crashing into,
Scourge?
Scourge's one. I think that may have been deleted. I don't know. But, like, I thought Scourge was handled pretty good. He's not really the best Transformers antagonist, but like,
yeah, he wasn't bad.
I think he's pretty passable, and he does put up a really good fight with Optimus.
Yeah.
And speaking of fights, let's talk about the fight scenes. I love the action scenes within Rise of the Beast, like the museum fight, the car chase in Peru, and that amazing climax.
Yeah, the final battle was like awesome.
We've been seeing a lot of great final battles lately, like with this film,
The Spider-Verse,
and Avatar.
Yeah.
I think we're in a great era for final fights.
Yeah, the climaxes of movies are like going like crazy. So.
Yeah, and I also just got. There were also some scenes in where I got goosebumps, like when Primal and Prime both said "roll out," and when they started playing the theme from the Bayformers movies, like I was just like, I got a bit of chills. Like, that's kind of effective.
Yeah. I say overall it was just like a pretty solid.
Soundtrack was also really good.
Yeah.
The music choices really do fit the period setting. The film takes place in 1994, and I really do like the music choices in here. I know one of them was also in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
But yeah, soundtrack is banger.
That's the thing, yeah, it actually used like some like recognizable songs that like made sense in the universe and like they were good. So a lot of time whenever like films use those kind of soundtracks, like it gets kind of annoying sometimes, but this time it actually worked pretty good, so that was good.
Yeah.
Kind of like not like the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah, it was a little out of place.
Yeah.
But
overall, I think Transformers: Rise of the Beast is a excellent movie. Like, it's definitely improvement over the ones that we've been getting.
Yeah, if you like Transformers movies, I mean, you're gonna like this one. So.
Yeah, and I'm a bit interested to see what Transformers 1 is going to be like. But yeah, I give this one a 8.5 out of 10.
I'd agree. It's pretty much that score. So.
Yep. Thade? Let's roll out.
Okay, one more thing.
The
that we
Mirage
forgot.
Chase.
Yeah.
The Mirage Chase was also just so fun. I really loved it. Like Ramos's confusion and all definitely just makes it so funny. And like also like other thing we forgot to mention was how good the CG is. Like I think the CG on the transformation scenes are so fluid, and it doesn't feel like lackluster CG. Like the visual effects artists really brought their A game to this.
Yeah, this thing, they did a great job with it. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah. All right.